What is up, guys? It is Pup. As always, we are coaching the Green Bay Drillers. Today we have the GWA Week 6. If you guys enjoy the Draft League content, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to skip to the battle, there should be a timestamp on the screen. Should be timestamp in the description. Hopefully I don't forget to do it. I actually think I forgot to do it in the video that goes up today, so I'll fix that after this. But anyways, today we are facing Crep. And Crep is one of the 4 teams tied at 4-1, and there are no undefeated teams. So they're in that top echelon of teams, and they have a very, very scary team for us to deal with. I'm not 100% sure how this match is going to go, to be completely honest. We play in just a couple hours, but I've got a little bit of time to go over my team and, give you the rundown of how it's going to operate today. So first of all, let's just go over our teams. Start with mine, and I have the Palafin, I've got the Glow King, I've got Chiyu, I've got Kilowattrel, Thwacky, Enamorous, and Beartick. I have Iron Treads, Regidrago, Gligar, and Dedenne. While Crep has the Kyurem, they have Necrozma, they have Skeledirge, Tinglu, Galarian Weezing, Suicune, Mienshao, Noivern, Tinkaton, and Meganium. My Terras are the Kilowattrel, the Thwacky, Enamorous, and Beartick. But today I'm just bringing the two flyers. So I'm bringing Enamorous as Terra Fairy, and I'm bringing a Kilowattrel as Terra Water. On their team, however, they have some scary Terra Caps. They have Necrozma that can be Psychic or Poison, which Poison will dodge any Toxics that we want to throw on it if it's trying to set up. They have Skeledirge with Fire, Fairy, and Water, which are all great defensive typings. They have Noivern with Dragon, Normal, and Fire. That's super offensive, like Terra Normal Boom Burst kind of destroys us a lot. Also, I'm facing like 3 Terra Normal Noiverns in like this week and next week, which is insane. They also have the last Terra Captain is Meganium with the Grass, Fairy, and Fire. And I definitely think that they should bring probably 3 of the 4 Terra Caps. I don't think Meganium comes, but every other Terra Cap is really, really good into me, and they're all super scary. But without further ado, let's just get right into what I'm bringing. I'm starting off with my Iron Treads right here. Got the fish theme, got the Steel Fish with booster energy on this thing, which will allow me to outspeed a Scarfed Mienshao. I have just enough speed investment for that. I'll also outspeed everything on their team, barring a Scarfed Noivern. We have max attack on this thing because it just destroys stuff. They don't have great switch-ins to Earthquake plus Iron Head. We also have Spin because we don't want hazards up on my side. We have Volt Switch, which is really good to catch some momentum against their team. Second up, we have the Snakefish, which is Enamorous. We're rocking a Choice Spec set with Terra Fairy, which Terra Fairy Moonblast destroys stuff. Even if they have especially defensive Weezing, we have Psychic for it, but we also just hit them really hard in general with the Moonblast still. We have Earth Power on this thing. It also is just really good into their team. If they are not rocking the Levitate on the Weezing, then we're able to take that out. Like if there's some neutralizing gas sort of set to try to counteract our superpower stuff, they might switch that in on Earth Power. And then we have Healing Wish, which can heal something up if it gets damaged. Next up, we have the Firefish, which is Chiyu. This is a Focus Sash set with Flamethrower, Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, and Psychic. I'm not planning on leading this thing, but I could. But this is why I really don't want the hazards to be up, is because I have Sash that I want to keep in the back. If I get Nasty Plot up, once stuff is chipped down, then I have a really easy time sweeping through their team. If I do have my Sash up, then I can also beat the likes of Mienshao, just like destroy it with a Psychic, and it can try to high jump kick me, but it will not knock me out through that Sash. In the 4th slot, we got Palafin, the regular fish with Choice Band. I thought I should bring a couple choice items today with the Enamorous and the Palafin. We just have Jet Punch, a Flip Turn, a Liquidation, and Close Combat. A lot of speed on this thing. Honestly, what is this speed for? Let me tell you really quick. Gotta find it. We are outspeeding a max speed Hiram, so that's what that's for. And even with like flip turn, we're doing a lot of damage to that thing. It's pretty bulky, but we can knock it out with close combat. We just do a lot of damage in general. Liquidation is really free against their team. And they have the Suicune, but we can always get defense drops, and it still does a decent chunk, especially if they're not fully physically defensive. We just kind of destroy them with a couple liquidations, so they can't let that thing get chipped if it wants to wall me. In the 5th slot, we have the Slowking, Purple Fish with the choice specs, but we're rocking a trick set, so we can try to trick the Suicune, so we can take advantage of that. We can trick the Tinglu, or we can trick the Weezing, which are all great options for me. Because all of those things really do good work into my team. Future Sight is great. It kind of forces in the Tinglu, or maybe like a Tinkaton, maybe Necrozma if they're defensive as well, all of which we can take advantage of. The Tinglu is what really needs to go. We can get like free liquidations off with Palafin if Tinglu's out, so that's really good. We have Sludge Bomb as well, which hits their team pretty well everywhere. The only thing we don't touch is Tinkaton, which is unfortunate, but tricking that thing in choice specs would also not even be that bad. We're rocking a lot of special defense and max HP on this thing. We have some special attack. Just want to be able to hit things a little bit harder with those future sights. Make sure that we are knocking out a Weezing. And last up, we have the Birdfish, and this Kilowattrel with leftovers, Volt Absorb on Terra Water with Roost, Terra Blast, Hurricane, Volt Switch. We have a super intricate spread here, but it's really not that deep. It's just we want to live. There's some point in having 181 on the defense. I think it's to live anyone hit from Mienshao, but I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure when we're Terra Water, I think we eat a high jump kick, or maybe it's just a close combat that we eat from Mienshao. We have the 319 speed, which allows us to outspeed Heatran. Heatran. Allows us to outspeed Kyurem. My bad. I didn't think that it was too important to outspeed Mienshao or the Noivern, because I assume that probably the Mienshao is going to be Choice Scarfed if it comes to this game, and if not, then the Noivern should be Choice Scarf. If they bring Scarf Kyurem, then I mean, oh well. That's not too bad, but it's alright. This thing takes on the Tinkaton pretty well, which was a pretty tough spot on our team. So I could see myself leading the Bird. He can't Thunder Wave us. Gigaton Hammer doesn't do very much. They can knock me off, but I can always hit them really hard with Hurricane or Volt Switch. So that's the vision for this team. I really hope it works out, because a win here would be super important. I think we need 2 to be like guaranteed the playoffs, but 1 more and good differential should keep us in. Yeah, I think so. With how a lot of the other teams are, it's pretty close at the top, but there are a lot of teams at the bottom that are pretty fallen out. So that's about it. I'll see you guys in the battle. Alright, we're getting connected to Crep. Let's see what she brought. Did end up bringing the Mienshao and the Meganium. Wow, no Skeledirge, which I really like. Let's get it all set up in here. Kyurem. Noivern, no Skeledirge. They did bring Tinglu. No Weezing is really nice. No Suicune either. And then no Tink. So let's just drag these guys over. Got the Necrozma, got the Meganium. Kind of surprised to see Meganium. I think that they really like Meganium, but I just didn't think it was that great into the matchup. I do think it's kind of free to lead off with my Palafin just to get it activated. I could also go with my Kilowattrel. Looking at this team, it looks incredibly weak to Terra Fairy choice specs. So I could even lead off with that. They look incredibly weak to that. But I think I just lead off with the fish. Well, I guess they're all fishes this week. But if you guys enjoy this battle, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And hopefully I can keep churning out this content. I'm having a good time. Let's see what exactly they're going to lead off with. And I have the shiny Palafin here. Let's see what they do. NOIVERN, okay. That's not too bad. Now, obviously, I'm going to get outsped. And they frisk. Okay. Frisk can see my band. That's good prep by them. And against NOIVERN, they could definitely Terra normal and click Boom Burst or something, but I have a free swap into my purple fish. So you can see what they do. If they Terra into normal type here, then I'm actually very happy with that. And they brought 3 Terra caps. So, I mean, it could be a lot of different stuff. I'm worried about Terra Poison on the Necrozma. That definitely scares me. I am very happy to see no wheezing. That thing was really annoying for my team. They don't have anything that can like burn my Palafin. So I was cooking up some sets to like beat Suicune. But I guess I did not need that. They do just Boom Burst. Okay, Boom Burst. And their Life Orb, okay. Boom Burst with a Life Orb. It did a lot. 134 or something. That looks like Timid with Life Orb. I can Trick. I don't think they're gonna stay in. I think that they could go out to the Tinglu, and then tricking would be perfect. I will trick. They U-turn. Awesome. Boom Burst U-turn. Life Orbs. They've taken 2 things of chip. Come on, go Tinglu. Come on, please. Even like, I mean, they wouldn't go Mian Chao, but that would be kind of nice. Let's see what it is. We can always regen this health back, which is very nice. Also, if they go Tinglu, I get a complete free switch into Kilowattrel, I think. Man, if they go Kyurem, then that's pretty tough. Tinglu would just be perfect, because they'd probably have like leftovers, or even heavy duty boots wouldn't be bad. Come on. Ah, they go Kyurem, so I just gave Kyurem specs. They could be a physical attacker though, so we'll see. So they obtained a choice specs. I have Assault Vest. They're Assault Vested on this thing. I mean, I just gave them the specs, which is crazy. I mean, it's definitely very, very unfortunate giving them the specs. Earth Power here at choice specs will kill. Draco will also destroy me. I can sack this thing. If I sack this thing, then I bring in an Amorous and I kind of just destroy stuff. And I do like that. I also like going into my Chi-Yu. I'm gonna go out to my bird and sack this thing off. I mean, if they Earth Power, then it's fine. If they're not offensive at all, then I'm also chilling, I think. They Ice Beam. And it does take out my bird. I mean, that doesn't really give me any info. So there goes Kilowattrel. Obviously not the best start. Tricking them, the choice specs. But, I mean, no Earth Power is interesting. And I really just go into Enam. I don't care if you're like max HP invested. Even if you're like really bulky on the special side, you die to Terra Fairy. And nothing switches into this. Literally nothing on their team. I do think that I just get a kill here. And that's what this thing is here for. It really just comes in and gets a kill. If they're Meganium, oh, I mean, they can't switch in no matter what. Even if they're max and then Terrifier, they still will die. I have to figure out if the Mienshao is scarfed or not. I'm assuming it is. We know the NOIVERN is Life Orb or Boom Burst, so they could be Terra normal. They do withdraw, so what's your sack? Durham Burrows. Ting Lu. Wow. Even if they're max, I'm doing literally 80 to 90. They could be Assault Vested and they would still die. So I revealed the Terra Fairy. I might be able to eat Ice Beam from the one guy now. Do show to be leftovers. Man, I really wish that I tricked that thing. And we just get a kill. Let's see, Kyurem, Choice Specs, since I'm Terra Fairy. If they're not invested, then I do live in Ice Beam. And, I mean, I don't know if they're not invested at all from that Ice Beam. Based on the Assault Vest, they might not be invested. Alright. Goodbye to Ting Lu. That thing was a huge threat. So I'm glad that that is gone. Now Chi-Yu is really opened up. And having the sash on that thing is really nice as well. They go out into the NOIVERN. Enam versus NOIVERN. Boom Burst with a Life Orb is not going to kill. If they're Terra normal, then it will. And in that case, I could just go straight out into my Iron Treads, but I will definitely die to a Flamethrower. Well, I actually probably won't, but I think I just go into this Assault Vested Pokemon now. And they do Terra. Okay, so it's gonna be Terra normal Boom Burst coming. I'm like 95% sure. Yep. Okay. So this pretty much shows me once this thing is gone, like I destroy the Pokemon. There's not really much they can do. And they Terra normal Boom Burst. This should do like 140 maybe. I did not see that exactly, but it didn't do a lot. I'll tell you that much. And I have 3 Sludge Bombs here, which will do a lot to this thing. I could also throw up a Future Sight. I do think Future Sight's actually slightly better. No. I think Sludge Bomb is better in case they decide to stay in here. Yeah, just in case they decide to stay in, they just U-turn out, which is fine by me because they're taking extra Life Orb. And something's going to take this can potentially get poisoned. Best case, it's Necrozma that gets poisoned, or it is the Mienshao. I am worried about like a dual dancing Necrozma. Oh, luckily, I do have the Focus Sash on Chi-Yu still. I also have Booster on the Iron Bundle. I mean, the Iron Treads. And I have Choice Band Jet Punch. I think at this point, NOIVERN also dies to the Choice Banded Jet Punch from Palafin Hero. They're Terra normal. They end up going Necrozma. Okay, yeah. We do a good chunk, and we get the poison. Awesome. What did we do? Maybe 30% with Slowking? Maybe a little bit more. Took him right down to 50. The thing is, they're not really going to do too much unless they're like physically offensive Necrozma with Earthquake. At that point, they would end up knocking me out. Chiyu could be the answer right here. Just go hard out into it and then Dark Pulse. But I think the best play is to just stay in. Yeah, I think I stay in and Sludge Bomb. See what they want to do. They do just Earthquake. That's going to knock me out. Yep, it does. Okay. Goodbye to Slowking. You did good work. Definitely did good work. And unless this thing is Scarfed, I can freely go out into my Firefish. Do I want to risk them being Scarfed? I really don't think that they are. I think the Mienshao is going to be the Scarfed Pokemon. And I think that this is just a free Dark Pulse. I think this is completely free. I mean, even if they're at like 40%, 40% with a Culver, they die. Goodbye, Necrozma. Good riddance. Okay, that thing was scary. And what they don't know is that I still have the Focus Sash on. So I'm guessing this is Mienshao. It is. I'm going to stay in and click Flamethrower. Close combat is completely free versus my team, so I think they should go for that. If they U-turn, it's unfortunate, but I do think I get a kill anyways. Come on. Please, you know you want a close combat. I feel like I'm in a pretty commanding position here. Every time Enam comes out, it gets a kill. They do CC. Let's go. Awesome. Live on one with the Focus Sash. And I knock this thing out with Flamethrower. Perfect. Awesome. Goodbye to that Mienshao. I do not care if you're Assault Vest, you are dying. You're -1. They are also sashed. Alright. I see you. Well, this Pokemon is still very, very good. I mean, how much does Palafin take? Palafin never dies. And Choice Band of Jet Punch destroys their team. I could even just flip turn. I kind of want to preserve this fish because it beats the Meganium. No. I let it go down. If I was a Flame Charge, like I kind of wanted to be. Oh, they end up being Trailblaze. That's fine. It doesn't matter one bit. Because I have Jet Punch. So goodbye to Chiyu. Our +1 speed. At this point, no. I was gonna say, can I win with the Iron Treads? But I cannot take on the Meganium. And I just Jet Punch here. Let's calc the Meganium. like bold, jet punch. I'm really not doing very much to that thing. But I couldn't risk going for close combat. Them being sashed puts me in a little bit of a worse position. You know, I thought I got them really good. Man, I wish I was flame charged. Because I would have just flame charged that turn and killed with flamethrower and swept their team. Nah, I don't know if I would have knocked out the Heatran. I mean the... Why do I keep saying Heatran today? Ugh, the Kira. I do knock it out with Jet Punch though, which is nice. Okay, goodbye, Mienshao. They don't know that I don't have Ice Punch. I'm also worried that they could be screens on that Meganium. Larinoff, I think that's the only one I haven't seen. Yep, that is Meganium. How much does it take from Enam? Terra Fairy, Specs. Absolutely bodies them. I think that I go hard out into it. Even if I get a good amount of chip, I should win with the Iron Treads. I need some chip on Kyurem to be able to knock it out. They Trailblaze, okay. That actually does a lot of damage. That did way more than I expected. It did about 100. It's my Enam. Yeah, it did 96. That's an absolute max roll if they are Jolly. What else could they have? Could they have Woodhammer? I guess they could. Oh well, we risk it. I do have speed. Awesome. And this should knock them out. It does. Okay. Goodbye, Meganium. That actually scared me for a second there. And now they're forced to go NOIVERN. See my specs. Now, what is the right play here? If I go Palafin, NOIVERN, Terra Normal with Life Orb Boom Burst. I always live with Palafin. And I think Jet Punching secures me the game. This could be bad if I got crit here. If they U-turn, then I'm also fine, because I should be able to get the chip on Kyurem that I need for Iron Treads to handle it. Unless they have some hidden tech. They just Boom Burst. Okay. Yep, we live. They did a lot with that, though. Dang. Yeah, they did 1,000,000%. That's also a very high roll. And I just click Choice Band to Jet Punch twice here. And then I can finish it off with the Treads, or I can finish it with Enam. Even if they go hard into Kyurem here, which I do think is their best option, I get 2 Jet Punches on it. But they don't know I'm Booster. Yeah, I guess that is their play. They don't know I'm Booster, so going out to Kyurem might be their best option. They do withdraw. Okay, okay. See how much this does to Kyurem. See if they're just offensive or if they actually have HP investment. It should do about a quarter to non-invested. And maybe does slightly less. I get my second Jet Punch off here. Treads into that NOIVERN. Yeah, I should knock it out. Yeah. And jet punch them again. Now, is it in my best interest to go out into treads now? I really don't want to risk this Iron Head not knocking them out. So I could preserve differential, but it's going to be really close. Here, I'm going to take Palafin off the layout. Palafin, you did great. And I just Moonblast here. And there goes the Kyurem. Yep. And they're going to do some Life Orbs themselves on the NOIVERN, so I should be fine. I frisk my choice specs. As long as I didn't do my EVs wrong with the booster, and that would be incredibly tough, but it does not look like I did. There goes my Enam. But in the back, I have treads. And, I mean, I don't know the exact percent that they're at. But Terra Normal. Get my booster so I'm gonna outspeed them. And Earthquake always does over half. Flamethrower also doesn't even kill me. And we should take out the NOIVERN and get our 1-0 dub. Let's go. Very, very good game to Crep there. Definitely brought it down to the wire. And they brought a crazy team too. Definitely stuff I wasn't expecting. It caught me off guard, but I still was able to catch myself and pull out a 1-0 dub here. Very happy about that. I should be in a very, very good spot. I have a lot of really hard games down the stretch, but with a win here, I feel a lot more confident going into the last couple of weeks. But yeah, I mean, a great game by Crep. All props to them. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next week's battle. Peace out.